Hello brothers and sisters, it's Tabitha again. I just wanted to come to you guys. I know it's been a long time and give you some updated dreams that I've had and tell you a little bit about what's been going on with me. Nothing but good things, let me just say that. The Lord has been blessing me. Let me just say how good God is. Glory to God, you guys. I swear He is so good and I thank Him every day and I pray for y'all every day. You just don't even know. But anyways, so I got a job at work. I got a promotion at work. And I also ended up moving. In my last dream, I thought the moving had to do with my friend girl that was moving, but I guess it had a little do with both. It's in a bigger house. It's a better house. It's awesome. I love it. Even though after the first month of us living here, we ended up getting robbed. And then 2 weeks later, we ended up getting robbed again. But it's nothing but materials. And whatever there's good, the devil has to try to get in there some way. So I'm not even worried about it. I still praise Him. Even after the day I was praising Him, the day that, it happened, I was like, Lord, I know it's nothing but good coming from this. So I'm going to let you do your work. Amen. So let me get started on these dreams. I know y'all don't really care too much about what's going on in my life. So let me just get started on this dream I had with mountains. And it was me and somebody else. We were walking on this flat surface. It was a really long flat surface. It was almost like we were like in the clouds almost. It was like misty everywhere. We ended up coming up to this taller mountain, and then I remember saying to him, okay, we got to get up here and then we're going to try to find somewhere to rest and then we'll continue on. And so we climbed this mountain, like literally mountain climbing on the side of it with no ropes, no nothing, like nothing but spirit and faith in there, you know what I'm saying? So I was just climbing, and then there was this part that had like a little cave almost thing to it to where you could kind of climb up in there. I said, all right, let's rest right here. So I fall asleep. In my dream, wake back up in my dream and continue on. I mean, like I had a whole nap and everything in my dream. Like I laid down like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep and take a nap. And then next thing I know, I wake up and I'm like, okay, well, I feel refreshed. Let's go. Like, and then he's like, okay, let's go. So we climb up the mountain some more, and then there's like this little house that was kind of built inside the mountain. And we go up to the mountain where there's like stairs, and he kind of goes one way to check out the place and I go the other way to check out this side of the place. And then all of a sudden I hear like a scuffle, and then he was like, over here, over here. And so I go over there, and next thing I know, I see this fox, and this fox is like jumping like pew, pew, pew. And then the next thing I know, it's come flying at me. And I'm like, at first I'm thinking, oh, like it's a little fox. And then when I see this thing go flying towards me, I'm like, ah, it's a fox. And then I go to grab my knife, and then I killed it. And I felt so bad when I killed it, but I felt like something in me was like, oh my gosh, why am I doing it? But then the other part is like, it was either it or you, so get over it. And so I go to help out my friend, and then I end up waking up in the dream. Another dream that I had was of me and this unit that I was with. It was me and more than 1, 2, 3 other people. Probably even more than 5. I think it was like, I want to say 7 of us, because I remember in one of my other dreams it was like 7 of us. So I'm gonna just say 7. And we were trying to get one of our peoples that was like, first of all, we're in like this, it's dark. And we're in like this grassy area, and the grass is like, when you stand up, like probably like right here. So you kind of got to like duck down a little bit. And so I just remember him saying he's over there somewhere. And I'm like, okay, well, let's go get him. He's right there. And then he was like, no, we don't know, the enemy's right there. They could be hiding from us, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, well then I'll just go and you get my back. And he was like, no, we all have to stay together. And I'm like, well, if I go, then that's only one person. All y'all could watch my back, and I could try to find him at least until he's like, no, let's just all go together. I was like, okay. So we all kind of unit over there, and then we're like calling him, but not trying to be loud. And it seems like we can't find him, even though he seems like he's right there. And then the guy's like, they're coming, come on, we gotta go. And I'm like, no, he's right here, I could hear him, like he's so close. And I was trying to like, I'm like, where are you? He's like, shh, don't. And I was like, no, I can't leave him here. And he was like, come on, let's go. And I was like, no, I can't. And he's like, come on. And I was like, oh my God, okay, fine. And then so I had to leave him there, and I felt so bad that I had to even leave him there. And we had to hurry up and run back to the truck, and I jumped in the back of the truck, and I just remember like pouting to myself, like, we left him there, like, oh my God, he's gonna die. And the next thing I know, I hear him say, they're over there, look, look, look. And I go to look, and it's wolves, like big twilight looking, well, the wolf was all black, but it was a big wolf. And I just felt so bad that he got left. I really did. Another dream that I had was I was looking in the mirror in the bathroom, and I remember like kind of zooming in on my face a little bit, because I'm not saying I'm conceited or anything, but you know, I like to check out my bumps and stuff. And so this eye was like, well, I guess when I was looking in the mirror, it was this eye. So yeah, anyway, so the eye basically goes like a reptilian eye, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like, Lord, whatever I did, I'm so sorry. And I just start praying in the spirit, and that really just freaked me out. Another dream I had was of a door closing, and the door was like this, like it was so close, like that door. It was like almost like that door, except for this room was light. Sorry, this room was dark, and the light was like out that door, like shining in. And I was trying to figure out why I can't get to the light, and I felt this presence before a lot. And it's not a good presence. And so I felt like this presence was holding me back from getting to the door. That's kind of what it felt like. I had another dream about being in a classroom. Actually, I had quite a few dreams about being in class. I always have dreams about being in some kind of classroom. But in this dream of being in a classroom, I was sitting on my foot, and we were getting ready to watch a movie. You know, the lights were dim, and then like the projector on the screen, and I was sitting on my foot, and I go to get off of my foot, and I accidentally kick one of my classmates, and his name is Guadalupe. Now this person I used to go to school with, like growing up, elementary, middle, high school, like, but we was never friends, you know what I mean? But I knew who he was. He probably knows who I am, but I doubt it. But anyway, his name is Guadalupe, and he's been in a few of my dreams, like I said, so that was kind of weird. Also, another dream that I had about being in a classroom, before I forget that one, is I felt like I was asleep, right? But then I'm a light sleeper, so I wasn't really asleep. So in my head, I'm thinking, go back to sleep. But then at that moment, I kind of get like nudged, and I'm like, what the heck? And so I open my eyes thinking I'm in my room, and I'm not. I'm in this classroom, and this teacher is walking by me. Like, the teacher is the one who nudged me awake. And so I'm like, oh great, and now I gotta figure out what I'm doing and try to get my paperwork together, because I'm next. And I hear this girl saying, I can't understand her, but she's basically going over her project. And then I'm like, great. So I'm looking through my papers, and I see this paper that has books on it. It's like 12 books, I want to say, that are kind of like, if you were just to see not the whole book, but just the side of the book. And she comes up and she's like, what are you doing your project on? And I was like, the Jezebel spirit. And then I thought about it. I was like, well, I don't even know much about, I mean, I know traits, you know, and how they like attack. And although I do feel like maybe that is who, you know, could be attacking me or whatever, I felt like I didn't know enough, I guess, like, to be doing a project on it. And so when I told her that, she was like, okay, all right. And then she looks at the paper that I'm looking at with all the books on it, and she crosses one of the books out. She's like, you don't need this one. And it kind of reminded me of the book of Enoch, because that book wasn't in the Bible. But I don't know if that has anything to do with it. So I'm just putting that out there. Excuse me. Another dream that I had was of a blue planet. Actually, I had quite a few dreams about planets. The first one was It was like two moons. And then the second one was of this bluish green planet. And it almost looked like Neptune because it was huge. But I think Neptune is more blue. And this planet was more greenish. It was a bluish green, but it was more greenish than blue. That's the best way I could put it. Because I remember thinking to myself, it's not Neptune because it's more green. But I have never seen Neptune, so I don't know exactly what it looks like. But that's what I was thinking. And I had another dream about a red planet. And that dream was like, it scared me because it looked like it was about to hit us. It was so close, and I felt fear. Like, what is going on? Like, that planet is right there. Like, it took up almost the whole sky. I need something to drink, excuse me. And I just remember feeling fear, and it kind of reminded me of the Nibiru thing and how the NASA and everybody is, oh, it's so far away, but you know, the Samaritans and everybody says it comes around, it's in our orbit, it comes around every so often, and that's probably what happened to the livestock, and it has its own orbit system, and which would make sense about all these different dreams about moons and planets and stuff. But that one really kind of scared me because it really did look like it was about to hit us. Another dream that I had. So I was on this stage, and there was this, it was more than one person. It was like all of us was on the stage, right? And there was people in the audience, and I remember the person I was standing next to, I'm like, how do I know when to go? How do I know when it's my turn? And he was like, he says, let me make sure I get this right. Listen by sound. Wait, listen by ear, not by sound? Listen by sound, not by ear. Yeah, listen by sound, not by ear. Listen by ear, not by sound. It was one of those ways. I think it was listen by sound, not by ear. No, it was listen by ear, not by sound. That's what it was. Listen by ear, not by sound. Either way, it was one of those. And I was like, what? What does that even mean? Listen by ear, not by sound. Like, and then after I woke up, it hit me, because right after that, I ended up waking up. And I was like, okay, so obviously, you know, if you're in a play, the audience doesn't know what's going on, but you in between the play know, okay, after they say that word, then it's my turn to go, kind of thing. So that one was kind of different because I still don't understand what that means. I don't. Alright, another dream that I had was being in the same place in my dream. I remember being in the same place. It was a fun place. It's where people go to have fun. There was like, if I remember correctly, there was like slides and tunnels, and it's just a place, and I was like kind of like at the top, and I just remember thinking to myself like, whoa, I've been here before. It's kind of like having deja vu, but in, I want to say in the spirit, but it could have been in my dream, but it was just crazy because I remember thinking to myself, I've been here. And that's happened in different places before too in my dreams. Like I remember being to like, I think it was like a camper or like I think it was like a camper, a trailer or something like that. And I've been to this trailer plenty of other times, although I have no clue what I would be doing around a trailer. Or I would be, you know, like working with people, and it's like I know these people, you know what I mean? Like obviously we know each other because it's like we're working together kind of thing. But anyways, I think that's about all I could think of right now. All what I wrote down. Jumping in my dreams. Well, I've always had dreams about like learning how to, like, I could literally take off like Iron Man in my dreams if I wanted to. Not boasting to brag. I know it's weird, but I can do it. I learned it at a young age. I even learned how to breathe underwater in my dreams. I don't know, but I remember specifically these dreams. I remember of dreams with like big old waves or like being crashed, out, kind of like I was on like this mountain and like big old wave just kind of washed us out. And then I had dreams of being on beaches, plenty of dreams of being on beaches, and it's like either I'm controlling the water or the water's already like looking like a tsunami and I'm just walking with my fingers across it like it doesn't bother me. I remember having dreams of like whales and stuff, just I don't know, maybe that was too much fantasia, but I don't know. My son, even when he explains his dreams to me sometimes, and he's like, it was this dream about, the tree of life. That's all I remember him saying. It reminded me of the tree. It was this huge tree, and it was like we were all just kind of workers in this tree. And he was like, but Mom, you were like so special. You like had these powers. And I was just, like, nah, me. And he was like, yeah, Mom, like you even had like this crown and it had all this stuff. And I was like, what? Like me? Like, I don't know if that's true, because you know what I'm saying, it's just a dream. But it kind of made me think about like where we stand, on this other side where we have our crowns. And, I hope that we would have powers. That would be awesome if God gave us powers, you know what I mean? But anyway, I feel like this dream is getting too long. This video is getting too long, and I don't want to bore you guys, especially with any more updates or anything on my life. But everything's been going good, and I give God all the glory, and I believe that He's coming soon, you guys. And I'm starting to see a lot of the same dreams from different people. It's just in different viewpoints and stuff. So I feel like all of these are just leading up to one big thing that's about to happen soon. And I just hope that all you brothers and sisters out there are just staying strong against the enemy, because he is really out here. And just not letting him get to you, because I promise this life is nothing compared to eternity with Jesus. Amen. Have a blessed day. I hope to to make a video. Sorry, not to see you guys. Hope to see you guys soon one day, but I hope to make another video soon. I've been trying to get this video out for a while, so finally I got a day off and I figured today is the day. Before it was just nothing but madness. Everybody kept calling and interrupting, so I'm glad to finally get this video out. And God, please bless this video and everybody who watches it, everybody who's struggling, everybody who's going through something mentally, physically, emotional. God bless you. I love you, brothers and sisters. Peace.